Welcome to Secret Shaman, and we're going to be looking at how Venus manifests in Virgo. Virgo is the sign of refinement and perfection. Virgo is devoted, demure, observant, and gentle. Virgo loves subtlety. They're very selective and have high standards and can be disappointed in love until they can find that perfect or near perfect partner. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, making Virgo verbally articulate, witty, intelligent, and analytical. Virgos do worry a lot. Venus in Virgo can question her own attractiveness, and she needs to learn to love and appreciate her own special beauty. Some of the most beautiful women in the world have Venus in Virgo, and they often have a very appealing, childlike beauty. Virgos often show their affection through helping others and want to be appreciated for the little things they do, and they don't like being taken for granted. Virgo is a sensual earth sign, artistic and sometimes shy, but once they warm up, they have all the sensuality of any earth sign. They appreciate good grooming, are sophisticated and stylish in dress, but usually in an understated way. They have a subtle elegance and value modesty. They strive to be their very best and can be self-critical and sometimes unforgiving with their own mistakes. They are master technicians as lovers and will search their lover's body from top to bottom to find that one little spot that drives them wild. They can notice the smallest details of their lover's wishes and enjoy every nuance of lovemaking. Venus in Virgo will do anything for their lover if they are convinced that they have found their soulmate. They are very particular about who they are intimate with and are willing to wait for the real thing. They need to be careful of criticism, however, even when it is meant to help. A careless comment can alienate their loved one. Virgos are idealistic, romantic, and determined, and don't give up easily when they fall in love. They are cool, independent, and will work hard to gain one's affection once the love bug has bitten. They sometimes use their talents to write detailed love letters and can reread these letters over many times, enjoying every nuance. Venus in Virgo can make one fond of pets, spa treatments, and the little things in life that bring pleasure. They can find beauty in nature, symmetry, and precision. Virgo is an industrious and practical sign, and her energy comes from the autumn season when everyone is laboring for an abundant harvest to prepare for winter. Benefits can come to Virgo from the workplace, co-workers, self-improvement, health and healing, daily routines, noticing details, or through service for others. Her shadow nature is being perfectionistic or critical. Virgo is often associated with the story of Cinderella, the rags to riches story of a young girl who was sorely tested by fate. But Cinderella is a modern version of the ancient Greek story of Psyche, and this story clearly illuminates Virgo's many traits. Psyche, a virginal mortal, fell in love with Eros, the god of love. His mother Venus was very jealous of Psyche's beauty and cursed her and sent her son Eros to deliver the curse. But Eros fell in love with Psyche instead. Eros did not allow Psyche to see that he was divine, since they always met in the dark, and they were married. But Psyche's curiosity and insecurities got the better of her, and she broke their trust and they were separated. Psyche then had to complete superhuman tasks to prove herself as worthy to the goddess Venus, so she could be reunited once more with Eros as his wife. This is why unequal relationships and perfection are associated with Virgo. Her difficult tasks included the help of small animals, wheat and grains, and working with the earth. the other things commonly associated with this sign. So now for some samples. Sophia Loren was known for her earthy sexiness and was one of the greatest Italian actresses. At 14, she was a skinny child, considered an ugly duckling who was frequently bullied. She blossomed into a sex goddess beloved by millions of fans. She was the first performer to win an Academy Award for a foreign language role for 2 women. Bridget Bardot is one of the best-known French symbols of the sexual revolution in the 60s and 70s. Considered as one of Europe's most beautiful women, Bridget confessed that in her youth she was considered an ugly duckling. She became a top fashion icon and hardworking entertainer who acted in 47 films and recorded more than 60 songs. She eventually became a vegetarian and retired as an animal care activist. Catherine Deneuve was a French actress known for her delicate beauty and is considered one of the greatest European actresses on film. She was known for her portrayal of aloof and mysterious beauties. As a child, she says she was a shy, awkward child who wanted to stay in a corner and draw and paint. She used her artistic talents to design glasses, shoes, jewelry, and greeting cards, and was a famous muse of Yves Saint Laurent and often used as an example of the French je ne sais quoi. She was nominated as the world's most elegant woman, and her face was used to represent the national symbol of France. John Lennon grew up in a broken home and was expelled from college for troublesome behavior before his graduation. He liked to make people think, and Virgo is ruled by Mercury, the planet of thought and service. His songs reflected his inner struggles and desire for peace. He encouraged people to start positive change with small steps, with our thoughts and words, and that would then trickle into the wider world. He disliked his voice quality, Virgos being quite self-critical, but used it to inspire change. Virgos expect the best from themselves. Sting was born in humble beginnings, raised near an English shipyard. Unable to finish school, Sting eventually became one of the wealthiest men in England. A singer, songwriter, composer, and multi-instrumentalist, he's won 16 Grammy Awards and is also known for his interest in human affairs. Much of his life has revolved around mental and physical fitness, with a personal yoga practice and lifestyle focused on health. A lover of nature, Sting founded the Rainforest Foundation Fund to help save the rainforests and protect indigenous peoples. A species of Colombian frog was named after him for his dedication to the rainforests, and Virgo does roll small animals. Robin Williams was a verbal genius and comic philanthropist, and was self-described as a shy child who didn't overcome his shyness until he joined his high school drama department. Robin was known for his quick wit and improvisational skills, and Virgo, being detail-oriented and observant, is excellent at mimicry and accents and a quick study. Mr. Williams is highly regarded as one of the greatest comedians of all time. When you look at his natal chart, he has Venus in the 10th, the professional artist, at the top of a kite formation, bringing natural talent and success. His south node is in the 10th house of career, being an area of natural strength. Mars conjunct Uranus gave him lightning-fast response time. J.K. Rowling's author of the Harry Potter series has become the best-selling children's book series of all time. She was a rags to riches story, and her perseverance in struggling to be a published author saw her through all adversity. Her rich creativity is evident in her detailed world building. intricate plotting, and memorable characters, with meaningful themes skillfully woven throughout her work. Her children's charity Lumos aims to end the institutionalization of children in orphanages worldwide. So now, the popular Beatrix Potter was a writer, naturalist, and conservationist. She was one of the first women illustrators and became famous for her Peter Rabbit stories. Beatrix was educated by governesses and grew up isolated from other children. She had numerous pets and loved the landscape, flora, and fauna, all of which she closely observed and painted. Her attention to detail, sensitive anthropomorphic characters, and enchanting stories captured the hearts of millions. She wrote over 60 books and gave almost all her property to a national trust that became the Lake District National Park, preserving the wild beauty of the land she grew up in. These are such charming images, and her detailed brushstrokes are really quite extraordinary. Edgar Degas liked to paint young women at work, ballet dancers, milliners, and laundresses. He preferred to paint the working woman. He was born to moderately wealthy parents, but when his father died, he had to sell his house and art collection to pay for his brother's business debts to save his family's reputation. He then became solely dependent on the income of his artwork and then began to produce some of his finest paintings. He slowly regained his original financial security and began to buy and collect master paintings of varied artists for whom he was very fond. Degas was a perfectionist, and he was notoriously reluctant to consider any of his paintings as complete, and was also known for criticizing other impressionist artists who painted alongside him. Such beautiful paintings that he created. Aubrey Beardsley was the leading English illustrator of the 1890s and contributed to the Art Nouveau movement and poster styles with a distinctive and detailed black and white style. He was a master of delicate interlacing forms and sinuous curving lines. He was a controversial artist, often including erotic and taboo imagery in his artwork. Look at the detailed line work in his artwork. It's just incredible. Mark Rothko was a Jewish painter considered an abstract expressionist who created highly charged colors and shapes. His early work showed much detail, but the images conflicted with each other and there was no strong focal point. He matured as an artist into his famous horizontal color fields, which are visually harmonious, reflecting more of his Libra sun, I think. His Virgo tendencies can be shown in the number of versions he did for this series, trying to perfect the subtlety of color edges and effects. And these are just a few examples. Marc Chagall was one of the most famous Jewish artists of the 20th century. He composed his images from emotional and poetic associations and was known as the painter of love, with many floating images of ideal lovers enraptured with each other. He painted the village life around him with goats and other farm animals, representing the harmony between humans and nature. He used richly fluid colors and detailed textures, and also painted religious and circus subjects as well. He used a rooster as his alter ego and avatar. And I conclude this video with another list of Venus and Virgo celebrities for your review. And if you have Venus in Virgo, please leave a comment below so we can learn more about this lovely sign. and thank you for watching.